Hi there, I'm at the tail end of the first draft of my first novel, and this week I'm planning on finishing it. My name's Tim, I'm a writer, and I'm 80,000 words into this novel, and I'm right at the end. The last few weeks I've just sort of been trickling along, and enough is enough. It is time to finish this thing. I set July as my goal for finishing this first draft, which is technically a second draft, but we'll go there another time. And this week I'm going to finish it. I have about 5 chapters to go, which I think will sort of equate to about 5,000 words. And I'm really just going to put forward those steps that it takes to finish this draft. And I thought I'd bring you along in the case that it encourages you, motivates you, helps you, or inspires you in some way to work towards your project or your novel. Anyway, come with me as I head into a cafe to do my first writing stint, and I will update you as the week goes along. Alright, it is day 2 of trying to finish my final draft of my first novel. Yesterday was a bit of an up in the air day. I managed to write about 800 words. Wasn't happy with a lot of them. Today, however, is a new day and I'm going to go get after it again. We're going to go to the beach today. We're going to spend some time outside. We're going to enjoy our day because why the hell not? But in between there, we're going to slip in and put some writing together. So come join me today and I'll let you know how I go towards the end of the day. Hi, welcome to day 3 of trying to finish the first draft of my novel this week. Yesterday went poorly. I think I amounted about 300 words and realized pretty early on that it wasn't going to be a productive. Because what I've learned in this writing game is understanding that sometimes walking away for the day is what allows you to turn up for the following day and the following week and the following months, rather than trying to burn the candles at both ends. Anyway, today I've got a couple of writing sessions. I've got one this morning before work, which I'm about to start, and I've got one this afternoon. I get sort of an hour work break, and I'm going to utilize it. I'm going to use it to sit in a cafe and write for about an hour. So 2 sessions today, need to be productive, going to put it together. My goodness, writing is so damn hard. If you're feeling that sentiment, I'm feeling it this week at every single level. But if you're feeling that at any point in time, just know that it's a long-term thing and you don't get better at this thing overnight. It is day by day, session by session, year by year. And that's what I'm trying to do. And that's what I'm trying to show you and illustrate here. Hey guys, I'm in the park. I'm pretty happy to be here. It's a lovely evening. It is now my weekend. Day 3, 4, and 5 of writing did not go to plan. There was 0 words on day 3. There was 0 words on day 4. Life just got in the way, and it's the thing that surprises me about writing the most. Some days it's one of the most difficult things you do, and other days it's easy, and there's very few days that feel like they're in the middle that are easy and breezy. Day 5, which is today, has been about 1,100 words thus far. I'm going to try put in another 300-400 words here in the park before the sun goes down and I am sitting in darkness. All I can say is I've actually had a pretty fun week with it. I've been writing to fast music and it's just been fast-paced writing and fast-paced story, and it's coming out in the way that it comes out, which is lovely. I've got the rest of the weekend to try finish up this story. I'm putting a bit of pressure on myself because I would like to finish this story, but I will see what happens. If it doesn't get finished this week, so be it. That is life. But I am going to try for you, for me, for this story to finish it off because I think it needs a fast finish. And that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, I'm going to do a bit of writing right now and I will update you soon. By the way, I hope you're going good. This is a gentle reminder that there's not a lot of things sitting in the park on a nice evening can do other than watching a deer just run almost into me just there. I'll see if I can catch it for you. Okay, bye guys. All right, well that was sick, wasn't it? G'day, welcome back. For full transparency, this has taken an extra 2 weeks than I had originally planned. It is just a slower process than you'll ever believe. It's little by little, line by line, day by day, moment by moment that creates a novel. It is turning up consistently, it is trying and trying again, and it seems incredibly out of reach for a vast majority of it. It went well, and then it didn't go well, and then it went well all over again. And I say that to say that it is a hard thing to do. And I've only just reached the easy part. I've finished writing. My word total ended up being 91,000 words and 304 pages of a Word document. When I typed the end, as you saw before, I got pretty emotional and it was pretty raw. It takes a long time to get there. And for me, I started writing that novel in a grade 4 classroom when I was still a teacher almost 4 years ago, and have been typing away on it in different spurts, in different moments and different time periods ever since. I wasn't ready to finish that novel when I started that novel, and I'm sure as hell ready now, but it has taken me a long time to get to that point. But I would like to share something that I came to the realization of when I was working on this novel towards the end. It is a privilege, it is a absolute joy, it is something that I get to do each and every day. I get to work on it, I get to try different things, I get to try and be a novelist, which is immense. But I also was just excited and I was giddy and I was revved up that I have the ability to even do that in the first place. That I'm allowed to turn up and try, and that this is not going to be the first, nor is it going to be the last novel. And if I don't get published for the first, call it 17, it's okay. I will still get to turn up and I will try because it is a dream, it is a passion, it is part of who I am. And that I didn't know at the start of writing this novel. That is not something that I thought I would get. That is not something that I was even sure of. I wasn't even sure if I was in love with it or if I loved the idea of it. And it wasn't until I hit the 90,000 word mark that I realized that it was something that I am fundamentally in love with and I can't live without. And how bloody beautiful is that? How bloody beautiful is this life that we get to choose and we get to do the things that we want to do, and even sometimes choose the things we don't want to do. I'm going to leave this novel alone for the next few weeks before I go into essentially the second round of edits and put it through the absolute ringer. Kill my darlings, as Stephen King would say, and just try different things. Try to get it back into a cohesive shape, trying to mold it into what I want to mold it into. So any editing tips, please leave them below in the comments, because I would love to hear what you have to say when it comes to editing, because this is a big task, and it is the thing that's caught me off guard with writing a novel, of how large it actually is and how big this project is overall. Someone asked me on an Instagram post in a message what advice I would have to someone putting forward and trying to finish their first novel. And I am not an expert, and I'm probably not even a person that should be commenting on such a thing. But for me, it is little by little and showing up, even when perhaps you think that it's all a pile of dog shit and it doesn't make sense and you don't want to do it anymore and you doubt yourself. Still try and turn up and just put down a few words. I think you'll surprise yourself, but it is a longevity thing. It is turning up consistently. It is trying different things and realizing that at the end of the day, it's just not that fucking serious. So try your best, write a novel. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for following some of this journey. There is still tremendous amounts to come, and I've just hit what I would call the halfway point of writing this novel. But I look forward to sharing the rest of that with you. Anyway, guys, I finished a novel which is a cause for a celebration. So I'm going to celebrate it and I'm going to enjoy it. But you can bet your ass that I'm going to be writing tomorrow in a chair, ready to go, because that's what we do. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.